Well, hey there, everybody. It's Chris from Rate the Record. And yes, of course, it's indeed that time of the week again where I listen to new music and give it reviews. All of them that I listen to. It's indeed the new music review. And as per usual, I have 4 brand new songs that have come out recently that I've listened to, that I'm going to review now. I have opinions on them. I want to hear yours as well because that's how this whole entire thing works. So we can jump into it in just a minute. Because if you've been here before, you know that I slide over to this side of the screen at this point and remind you that if you like what you see and or hear today, there's one thing, a bunch of things, or all the things I'm about to list that you can literally do right now or at any point you want to help support the show, and it is the following. Like, subscribe, rate, share, comment, and follow. 6 quick, free, and easy things you can do, again, right now, a little later on at the end of the video, but either way, anything that you do to support the channel truly means a lot to me, so I thank you for doing that. Without further ado, let's review some music. First up on the list today, we have the band Friko. Friko. I think it's Friko, Friko. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, but the song name though is Choo. I can pronounce that, and damn good song title. It's a bit of a frantic track all around, but it's still very pleasant and fun. You have like a lot of speedier portions. It does slow down at some points too, like quite literally the tempo just changes completely. And I did some reading on this song too, and a lot of people tend to think like, you know, it matches the momentum of a train. It can go really fast and then slow, then fast again. Like, if that's what they were going for, cool, that works for me. Now, I know that this song obviously is double layered when it comes to the vocals, as, you know, most music tends to do anyway. But it also sounds like there's an additional processing on top of it, giving the vocals this kind of like wavy and watery texture. Just wondering if that was the case, or maybe it's just the way it was sang through, you know, doing double layering and everything like that. But I do dig the texture that it lays on top of this track, on top of everything else. And overall, I can leave it there and say it's a pretty decent track. You know, it's very lively, simple, but very fun instrumentals. And I'd say check it out. Like, I think I had more fun with this one than I was expecting. Never even heard this band, so that's gotta be a good thing, right? Second up on the list today, we have Ringo Starr of the Buttles. You know that band, the Buttles, that was really popular a very long time ago, the Buttles? Ringo Starr, of course. He's got a brand new track out, and it's been too long since I've done a Ringo Starr review. That's also the name of the review. Sorry, I wanted to fit a joke in there somewhere. Upon hearing that he was actually releasing a new album, I heard it was going to be a country/Americana style of album, which I wasn't expecting, like, how he was going to go about doing this and how it would sound. But you know what? I think he honestly kind of suits it for this particular style of it, at the very least, I will say. The feel and flow of this track just generally seem to fit very well with his own sound. It's quite an expansive production too, more than I probably wanted to originally give it credit for. It's a very full sound, and it feels like there's like a lot of layers that you could probably pick out upon multiple listens. On that note though, and I can probably just jump to my overall portion here, I probably won't be giving it repeat listens to pull out all those layers, so by all means if you want to, you can, because I don't know. It's not that this was like necessarily a bad song or anything. I mean, it's a fine and it's a friendly track, so you have that going. It's very warm, feels very welcoming in its own way. But ultimately, I felt it was kind of boring and repetitive. There was nothing about it that was going to keep me around. It's a short track too, so you think that like even being like under 3 minutes, I would have been fine with it. But I don't know, it just didn't have much luster to it after a while. And that's the thing, it's Ringo Starr. I wouldn't expect his most like creative, ambitious work to be dropping at this point in time in his career, so I don't know. It was a fine track, but overall, just not my thing. Next up on the list today, number 3, we have Lamb of God with Blunt Force Blues. And if you know anything about Lamb of God at all, as you would expect, this track is just very heavy, it's very punishing. There are solid riffs, driving drums all around, and the screams are very much on point, so you're getting a lot of what you can expect from Lamb of God. I think the real issue here is the fact that there's almost nothing all that memorable about this song at all. Like, a lot of it feels very generic and just run-of-the-mill, so I don't know. It was hard to like really get into this. Not that I'm sitting here expecting a guitar solo or anything of the sort, or like any sort of magical chorus to make everything blow the hell up, but I don't know, just it felt way too safe, way too trope safe, way too trope friendly. Overall, it's not the best song to get hyped about. It still sounds good, don't get me wrong, but I mean, to me, it just doesn't have any staying power to it. Maybe other songs in the album are going to sound way better. I don't know, I haven't listened to it, but this one, not doing it for me. And to wrap up the new music review today, we have Fever Ray with the song The Lake. I believe they released a couple of tracks for the brand new movie that just came out called The Bride, and there was also one called Wrong Flower, I think, but The Lake is the one that I'm looking at today. Super punchy and synth-driven track, like right from the first moment all the way through. It's not even that fast of a track, it's got a very great slow pacing to it, so it catches you from like the first second. There's sequences and sweeps just painted all across this thing. It's pretty catchy before too long. Like even after this song was over and like I was done writing my review and everything like that, I was still humming in my head, so good staying power right there. Now obviously with Fever Ray, you're either into the vocal tone or you're not. I mean, I understand that it can be a little jarring when you hear their tone for the first time, or even if the second time doesn't really matter. It's so hard to describe their style of voice, but at the same time, it's just something, again, you're either into or you're not. I honestly don't mind it. It's fine. I couldn't imagine it being any other way. And actually, there are some fantastic vocal portions in the song, especially like this one little bounty line that's in the chorus that I think is like a really nice, solid little addition to the entire track. And overall, I'll say that honestly, I ended up liking this song way more than I thought I was going to. As I kind of already alluded to, after I was done listening to this song, I was still humming through it in my head, so that means it's obviously left a mark on me in some way, shape, or form, right? The song's got a great flow to it, great feel to the entire track, great pacing, punchy rhythm. Check it out is pretty much where I can leave the note. Just check this song out, it's good. And that's all I have for the new music review today. So thank you very much for joining me, hanging out, and checking out these songs. And if you did indeed check out these songs, then let me know your opinions down in the comments below, because I'm super curious to hear them all the time as per usual. So please go ahead and do that. Did you like these songs? Did you hate them? Do you agree or disagree with me? What new songs are you listening to lately? All that and more, tell me down in the comments. And of course, you can find other places to let me know these opinions over at ratetherecord.ca. That is ratetherecord.ca. The streaming links, the social media links, the RTR album chart. So if you want to see where things land on the podcast that I do, then by all means, you can take a look at that. And of course, there is the RTR Club. Basically, if you just want to financially donate to the show, you can do that. It's optional, but the option is indeed yours. All content will always be free, but just in case you feel like supporting the show financially, there is that option for you. Once again, found at ratetherecord.ca. Little bit of channel news to get through just before I wrap up this video completely. First off, if you've noticed, a brand new episode of the podcast just came out very recently, and it was episode 146 for Collective Soul and their album Disciplined Breakdown, an album that was very pivotal in my childhood, one that I listened to a lot. I was like 8 years old when the album came out, and my parents were big Collective Soul fans at the time too, so I heard a lot of their music. Disciplined Breakdown was on a lot, so what did I think about this album as an adult? We'll have to tune in and check that one out. And the next episode is already in the works. I already have it mostly written. I'm just finishing out the review, and it should be out way sooner than the other episodes have been so far. Episode 147, digging back into the 80s this time by taking a look at Red Lorry, Yellow Lorry, and their debut album, Talk About the Weather. The title track alone, I don't know if this is going to spoil anything, but the title track alone was so damn good that it just made me want to check out the album entirely. And then listening to the album entirely, which I did a long time ago, not just like very recently. I like it, but how much do I like it? I don't want to say too much about it because I do have a whole podcast to record on it, so I hope you'll check that one out too. But in the meantime, I'm just going to wrap this up now before I spoil too many things. So until I see you next time, go listen to even more brand new, awesome music. Take care, friends.